Good morning everybody, it's Chris here from Serene Education with the 4 major analysis update for the 21st of March 2011. Just looking at the Euro against US dollar on our CTC strategy template. Just open up the daily and you notice that the Euro has really been gaining strength. You can see we're definitely in an uptrend, nice bullish uptrend for this time frame. And what we've done is we've seen price break above 1400 recently after a number of attempts, and then headed and broke the previous high that we saw back in October of last year, and now it's heading towards another high here at roughly 1426 ish. And then we have the wicks. Those who trade the wicks, then we're looking at roughly around about 1428, 29. So CTC's in our favor, all looking long on that time frame. We have broken through the squeeze high. It needs to stay above this high now, so anything above roughly about 1415 ish, 14 will be good for further extensions during today or long term. Just be aware we're coming close to this area here of prior resistance, so we could see a bit of a consolidation. Intraday, you can see that during the Asian market session. Not much happened. Sorry, I'm just gonna so you can box it. So this is an hourly chart. Just going to box these. There we go. So we know straight away that the momentum is up, and you can see trend price is going to be testing that uptrend on an hourly as we speak. So we're seeing a bit of consolidation during the Asian market trading session, and now we expect further upside movement because we've seen further extensions. Just remember though, that's a break of 1400 that we saw earlier. So resistance, breakout, pull back, and then continuation. Remember that there's that resistance level on a daily time frame coming up around about 1420. Be aware of that. So if you want to add that to the picture, it's not too far off. So the consolidation is not taking place, not too far from where it is. So the price needs to break close higher than 1420 to see further extensions to the upside. Okay, so CTC is favorable on a 30-minute as well. We're seeing the trend direction is up. Okay, and then that box pattern sideways that I mentioned. So you can draw all these in and then just set alerts on either side so you don't get caught in the fake out. 1400 is the previous break, so you can see we're well extended into this uptrend. Just be aware that 1420 we've got our major resistance that we saw back in October of last year. Okay, so 15-minute there again, consolidation. You can see prices just going sideways, and I tend just to box that. So I say to myself, on a 15-minute chart, price needs to break and close higher, and the high that we've seen on Asian market, or lower than 1415 in this case, to see further downside movement. Fail to do so, then we're just going to consolidate. Okay, there we go, that's it. So I'll put a auto trigger. Just be aware that 1420 is the other resistance level, so not much movement between here and there, excluding your spread, etc. Is it worth it? Not really. So I'll put a trigger just to tell me that price is moving towards it, and then I'll put another trigger above 1420 to see for the extensions to the upside once it's closed above that. Otherwise, what we could see is consolidation taking place, small trading range today, headbutting against 1420 and then reverting backwards, so we get a consolidation. Okay, so that's Euro against US dollar. I'll be back next with Sterling against US. Okay, in front of me I've got Sterling cable against US dollar. Just looking at the daily time frame. You notice that 1600 came to the rescue not so long ago, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of support at 1600, and it bounced to the upside because of that. It did break the intermediate trend, which was this candle here, or the swing to the downside. You can still see we're now trading above a previous swing low. There we go. Oops, we can draw a nice straight line, it'd be great. No, not going to happen. So there we go. That was a previous swing low. I'll just extend that, so you're looking at around about 1617ish, 1617.50, somewhere there. So the price has got to revert, can't fall lower than that, so it's got to stay above that area to remain bullish. You can see that we've had a slight pullback during Asian market trading. CTC is in our favor, so I ideally want to see a trade higher than the Asian market high. So in this case here at 162400, see a break higher than that would obviously see us trading higher than the close of Friday, and then we could definitely see further extensions going into the US session. So if I look at our intraday, so mention that it's got to close higher than the 2350. So we'll just put that in 1623.50. So you can see straight there that we've seen resistance and failure to break higher again. And on the Asian market trading, we've seen it poke its head through but failed to do so again. You notice that the projection from this point here to the pullback, and now we're at 61.8, so it's got to break above 61.8 and close higher to see further extensions, otherwise we're going to see a pullback taking place. TTC is still in our favor, but we need to be trading above 162400 in order for us to be looking for further extensions to the upside. Fails to break above 1624, then all we're going to see is, look here on a 5 minute, price failing to break, and you see forming lower swings. So it's got to break above 1624. There you can see breaking the price swing, but ideally you want to be trading above 1625 long term in order for us to see further extensions. Okay, CT is all in our favor, but we need to see a break then this price swing, and ideally above 1625.50 or 1625.55 to be looking for further entry levels to the upside. Okay, so that's sterling against US dollar. I'll be back next with US dollar against Swiss franc. Okay, so here we have daily chart of US dollar against Swiss franc. You can see the momentum drive to the downside and the pullback. We're trading around the 61.8%. Failure to break higher than 61.8% mark on here at 0.9033 would see price revert to the downside, and 895 being reattempted soon. CTC is very much negative for this time frame. This came after a break of 935 long term. I'm just going to put in here so you guys can see it. Support, support, breakout, pullback, continuation. Okay, so the long term direction for this trend is negative. I'm going to put that in so you guys can see it. And what we're seeing now is a slight pause at 0.895. We've had a pullback. Now the pullback of this could be testing 23.6. We could go up to 38.2, which would take us back to the trend line at 0.910. So as price is moving now intraday, we could see momentum. If we go to a 30-minute, for example, CTC is still negative, but you'll notice that we're having the lows are swinging higher, but prices failed to break and trade higher than 0.905. Need to be trading higher than that because you can see it has been a prior resistance level in the past. Once it's done that, then we can look at 0.0985 as the next target, and then further extensions to the upside, ideally with 0.919 being the ultimate target on this time frame. You'll notice it's trading above the two intraday moving averages, the 20 and 50, but we need to see it closing higher than 0.905 to see further extensions to the upside. If to do so, we could look at the trend, this uptrend being the first target if it fails to break higher. Okay, so roughly around the 0.900 mark would be our first target. Okay, so that's US dollar Swiss franc. I'll be back next with the US dollar Japanese yen. Okay, in front of me is the US dollar Japanese yen on a daily time frame. You can see, notice the breakouts. There we go. Huge breakouts on this pair. US dollar trading lower. Notice the lower swing. On this pair. And now we've had a huge bounce. So from there to there, what are we testing? We're testing the 61.8% fib retracement area. Will it hold? Could we see this trading higher? If not, we could see a bit of resistance at this level, and then revert to the downside. Be aware of that. So 61.8 in play as we speak. So what is that level on a daily time frame? 80.96. So intraday, let's put that in. 80.96. Thereabouts. Okay, this is a 30-minute time frame. Notice the higher swings. Okay, so it's testing the trend line as we speak. You want to see price moving higher than that, trading higher than 8100 at least. Otherwise, we could see price pulling back, and because we're in a negative trend, trading lower. Okay, so very, very important. Price needs to be trading above 8100. By doing so, it'll be trading above the 61.8% fib retracement area, which has brought us back to prior resistance on a daily. Be aware of that. So we could see resistance at this level and price reverting to the downside unless it breaks higher and trades higher than 8100 going into the US session this afternoon. That's it, guys. I hope you have a fantastic trading day for Monday. Not much news out today. Make sure that you follow the rules when applying the CTC strategy templates. Make sure that your targets are reachable, your money management rules are all in play, and most importantly, you're trading serenely.